Hey, future franchise owners, the big question is, how much money will your franchise really make? It's what everyone wants to know, right? But here's the truth. You won't get a detailed play-by-play from the franchisor. They aren't going to hand over a perfect profit and loss statement for every franchisee. So what does that mean? Well, it means the ball is in your court to figure it out. Sound intimidating? It doesn't have to be. You don't need a CPA or an MBA to do this. I'm going to show you 5 simple steps to build a financial model for your franchise that will give you a clear picture of what you're working with. Step 1, estimate your revenue. Start with the item 19 of the franchise disclosure document. We call this an FDD. This is where you get a sneak peek into the financial performance of existing locations. Look for numbers like average revenues or gross sales and use that to estimate your first year's revenue. Remember, you'll have a ramp-up period, so your first year's numbers will probably be lower as you build towards the averages in the FDD. So after step 1, you should have something that looks like this, that displays your different types of revenue. Step 2, define your expense categories. Here's where the real work begins. List out every possible expense: payroll, marketing, insurance, royalties, loan interest, everything. Not sure what to include? We've got you covered with some amazing resources to get you started. So after step 2, you should have something that looks like this, with expense categories listed below revenues. Step 3, validate your numbers. Talk to existing franchisees. Your franchisor will give you access to existing franchisees, so call them. Ask them about their expenses in those categories you wrote down. What did they spend in year 1? Write it down. Are you missing anything? This is where the magic happens. You're getting real-world data from people living it. Use the numbers they give you to complete your own expense categories. So after step 3, you should have something that looks like this, where you now have expense amounts populated for the expense categories. Step 4, add debt service. We're not just talking about EBITDA here. You want to know what cash flow is going to look like, including debt principal payments, to get an idea of your cash flow and working capital needs when you open. This will help you figure out when you might break even and start turning a profit. So after step 4, you should have something that looks like this, with your debt payments listed under net profits to give you an idea of your leftover cash. Step 5, your 3-year forecast. If you're borrowing money, this is what the banks want to see. Take your year 1 estimates, then project out your revenue and expense growth over the next 3 years. As you get more experienced, your margin should improve, right? That's the goal. So after step 5, you should have something that looks like this, with 3-year projections listed out. Here's a bonus tip. When in doubt, go back and validate with franchisees again. Double check your assumptions. Just be respectful of their time. That's it. 5 simple steps to take you from I have no clue to I got this. Click the link below for a more in-depth overview of these steps and make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's keep building your business.